Well, I have a reflection for you about that
Okay.
if you're interested or you'd like
Yeah.
for it to be included. So I started taking the Liberate course and coming to the implementation workshops with you when I was like fairly far along or like decently far along in the process already of writing a book, following another program. And the vibe of the other program was very much like like this is how you write a book, A B C D E F, and which is helpful and everything. But what I noticed about your course about Liberate was that basically all of the same information was in there. And this other program I did, by the way, was super expensive. It was like super pricey. And so for like a very small fraction of the cost of that, if anyone ends up watching this or cares about that, Liberate contained all of the same important information about how to like take all of the raw material and ideas and kind of lay it out and look at it and figure out the initial structure and then continue to organize that and then flesh it out. So I noticed that it was like the process that you were offering was basically the same process but with so much more soul. And it was like instead of just a quick video or worksheet or something that goes, now do these steps, it was like you were showing these beautiful posters that you had made to organize like that part of the process, and those look like artwork to me in and of themselves. And so I felt like as I was going through the course, I was visually enjoying everything that you had put together, and I felt like you were speaking directly to my soul and to the soul of the process,
Mhm.
allowing it to grow on its own time. And
Yes.
I think that was something that I was so hungry for, and I didn't know where to find that. It's hard to find people who and courses and workshops and programs and material that are in any way speaking to that aspect of putting your work out into the world. And I needed that. When I saw that the course was available, it immediately drew me because I like to learn from people that I admire. Since I was in the process of like kind of in the mucky, murky middle of the process of making a book, I thought it might be good to inject some of your wisdom and influence into that process. It just felt like a network of kindred souls, kindred spirits all over the world. And people that I felt safe sharing what I was working on, even while it was going through really vulnerable stages, and people who inspired me to show up more fully as myself and in the kind of life I want to live. Just that kind of soul tribe
Hmm.
thing. Really brilliant people. I noticed there are people from all kinds of backgrounds, and some people in the art world, some people in the healing professions, and I noticed a lot of the people in the group were bringing a lot of value
Yeah.
to it. I learned a lot from so many of the people in the community. In the
Same.
this might surprise you, but I think a lot of it was I sort of think of myself as like an artist who didn't go to art school. But there's so many different ways of being an artist. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm always like, teach me, show me. And it was such a powerful reminder that when you are in the process of writing or just doing visual mess making with paint playtime, that it is not the whole point is to liberate yourself. It's not about doing a perfect painting of a horse or like like paint by numbers and then going like, oh, that's bad. It's all about just totally just splashing through it and just letting your inner child just play, and it's supposed to feel good and be delicious and have fun. I don't know if surprise is the right word, but that it is surprising because it's not how most people talk about art and the creative process. It's very much like you must do, at 9 a.m. sharp, and it has to be perfect. And it wasn't like that at all. And it feels to me that it was therapeutic in that way, and healing to invite that part of yourself forth to just play, and there's no judgment, and that's what being alive should feel like.